So I've just been asking James some questions like about it, just to remember numbers because he's been with us for quite a while now. My memory and what it used to be. And it turns out, so what were you making before you started with us?
So it was about 3-4K.
What did you make when you actually started
First
with us?
couple, I think it's like £970. I think I signed up with in April. And in May, I made £970. And that was off no new sales. So that was all back.
You know what? Like if you'd have done really, really well, I'd have been like, that's us that. And then if you'd have done shit, I'm like, that's your fault.
I stand corrected there. I think I signed 2 clients that month at $250 each.
Yeah.
And
was it like that before though? Was it like volatile?
Well, I was actually doing okay. I was signing
Maybe
clients. Maybe. I was signing clients onto a 6-month program at the time.
Yeah.
Overweight clients, like what we've spoken about before. And then I went like last year, I'd done 2 months with no sales.
Yeah.
So I thought, fuck this.
That's rough, that.
Booked on holiday.
Exactly what you do when you're not making any money.
No, because I thought something needs to change.
Yeah.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. So obviously I knew from a holiday, vibration goes up, you've instantly more happy, sun on the skin.
That's what you told yourself.
That's what I told myself.
I'd have been like, you fucking dumb cunt. Why have you booked a holiday? You've not any more money for the last 2 months.
But I did make some. I make some good money before I joined and had savings. So I thought, Tenerife, why not? 10 days.
Well, at least it weren't too lavish.
Yeah.
At least you didn't go 2 weeks in the Caribbean.
We didn't even eat out. We had an Airbnb and we ate in. So.
Oh, decent.
Yeah. But
ham, cheese and tomato sandwiches.
I purely went out there. The reason I went out there is because the lifestyle that I want to live, the business that I want to build, I want to be able to take anywhere in the world with me with a laptop.
Yeah.
And the reason I went out there was to test out that and see if I can go over there, still work, and sign clients, work and manage clients.
How did you find that? Because I hate it, me. I'm like pure autistic. If I'm not in the same place every single day, it messes with me.
I went to Lanzarote a few weeks. Well, I got back last Thursday.
Yeah.
I made 4K when I was over there.
Oh, decent.
Yeah. Most of
we make more money when I go on holiday, but that's only because I'm on holiday. So like all the Instagrams like, look at this Caribbean beach, blah blah blah. But like
since I've got back,
me personally, like I can't work when I'm away.
Can you?
I fucking hate it.
I don't mind it, mate, because what I was doing was
honestly, like Abby always says, like I'd be the easiest person to murder because I'm like my day's just the same. She's like, your morning's even the same. Like you get up and brush your teeth and have a piss in like the same order every day. Like she was like, I could murder you at any point because I know where you are and what you're doing.
I think, I can literally. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I manage chaos pretty well, but like I was just working off my iPad. It wasn't even using my laptop. So I was working off my iPad. I'd get a no-show, just go and dive in the sea for 30 minutes with Caitlin.
Yeah.
And just chill. And then come back in, dry off, sit on the phone to someone, did sign up. Sweet. Get them on board.
That's the life. That's the life.
Let's day one Monday. We'll get you signed up. We'll get you onboarded. Obviously, we have to do the meal plans and all that and get them set up. But like, it is the life.
Okay.
That's the life I want to live.
All right. So go back to the time that we ruined your business. So you signed up. You made 900 quid. You went on holiday. Yeah. What happened? What
so I signed 2 clients on holiday. So I wanted to prove to myself, because I went away in March earlier that year. End of February. So my birthday earlier that year. And I'd signed a client over there. I wanted to be able to prove to myself that I can go anywhere in the world and basically make money for the business and obviously run the business as well. So sign clients, look after clients.
So you did, I'm assuming.
So I did that, yeah. And then I went to Lanzarote again this year and proving that I can make more money over there than, well, not necessarily more money over there, but it's not just that as well. It lifts the vibration. It breaks you out of the routine, because I spend a lot of time in my fucking office, which is dark.
Yeah.
All windows are shut. It's just 2 screens. Sometimes it's nice to get out, you know. Yeah. And in England, it's constantly shit. It's a bit up and down.
It's not the best. So you did that. You come back. Then you were kind of stuck at 4K for ages, weren't you?
Ages. It wasn't even. It was like it was a build from like 970. Then the next month I made 3K. The month after that I made like 2.
It's always going to be, it's 3, always a little bit like
4, 5, then boom, back down to less than $2,000.
What was causing the drops, do you think?
I think it was the inconsistency with ads, potentially.
Were you using ads at that point though?
Yeah, so in June, that's when I started the dad bod ad. And I was doing, I don't know what I was spending on it, but I'd signed 3K that month and I was like, yes, this is it now. And everything looked good. Then the month after that, which was July, was a bad month.
Yeah. So what do you think it was though?
I stopped the ads after the June. I don't know what it was.
People always do that. I have no idea
Turn the
why.
ads off.
I'll never understand it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the ad's doing well. I'm like, okay, cool. It was spending. Like, oh, should I turn it back on? I'm like, why the fuck have you turned it off?
Now if I have a slow month, I just think, is it the ad? It probably is. Because at the end of the day, that's where the traffic's coming from.
Yeah.
Because I've not got a viral page. I get good view counts, but it's nothing.
But that's why
spectacular.
that's why when we do the reports of you, it's really key to get those numbers over because
Yeah.
like we can look at it. Look, like we teach you how to do it, but I've been doing this fucking 7 years.
Yeah.
Like I just look at the numbers and I'm like, it will be that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's not the ads, it's just close rate goes to shit because you have a couple of bad sales calls and then your ad falls off. And then
And
it
I think that's
spirals
what
out.
happened in last month. So wait, what month were we on? No, it happened in June. Things started to go a little bit pear-shaped because I was comparing my June month to May. And May was spectacular.
Yeah.
And obviously the closing rate, it is a representation of your mind, isn't it? Like your
Yeah, sales
self-development.
is. Yeah.
So your closing rate is, it's basically an indication on how you're performing within yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you're acting day to day. Are you following through on your own promises that you make to yourself? Like,
Yeah.
are you sticking to your own schedule? That kind of fell off in June.
It happens. I can see it in Frank's numbers sometimes. Sometimes I message him like, you all right? And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, why? And I'm like, numbers are a bit weird.
I think, what do you
And
think?
then you'll go through it with him and he'll be like, oh yeah, my sleep's wank. So like you started working with Gary, who's his sleep coach now, and like numbers gone straight back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I owe Gary a bonus to be fair.
Who's Gary?
Gary's Frank's sleep coach. So Gary is
No way.
a bloke that I've known for ages. I don't know if he actually does the sleep coaching anymore. He had it as a business ages ago. Was really successful as it worked with like some really, really top entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And I think he got into doing other stuff. But I said to Frank, like, you need to speak to Gary about that because Gary will fucking sort it for you. So I think he doesn't do it like as a business anymore, but like he took him on and I mean, we're all profiting from it now, which is good. But you can see it.
Yeah.
Like you can see it in people's numbers. And like, again, with you, it's always that little bit where it's just like,
For me, it was, so something that I've really worked on at the moment is coming away from the outcome.
Yeah.
And because I've done 3 months with CEO now, I've got 3 months worth of numbers.
yeah,
So I've got a 3-month rolling average on what I've earned over that 3 months. So, and I've noticed you can see where the dips are. So it's like, all I need to do is stay level-headed. I just need to, and just enjoy my life, you know?
yeah. Well, that's the beauty of running ads. And one of the things I love about it is like, it reduces the amount of volatility in your business because at least you know that you've always got consistent traffic coming in. Yeah, there's some days that are going to be better than other days, but it's not like organic where sometimes you'll have fucking no leads for 3 weeks and then you'll have to do like a launch, for example, and then you'll get some leads in and then you'll have nothing again for 2 weeks and then you'll have to, like, you feel like you're fighting it. And if you're fighting your marketing and you're fighting in sales, it just becomes like 2/3 of your business then is a scrap all the time. Whereas at least if you're marketing, your lead generation's fucking nice and simple and streamlined, then the only volatile thing then is sales because that's the only thing that really like needs that manual effort. And that's just a high ticket game, really. Like if you, there's other business models like you could potentially run, but the big money and the big impacts and the big business is in sales and sales calls and getting that right. But the ads stop at least 2 things being volatile. Because imagine you're like on a downswing with sales and on a downswing with organic lead generation.
Yeah.
Imagine how that's probably the
Shut off point.
940.
That's where momentum runs
probably
out.
that, yeah. Because you can fight back from one of them, but like fighting both of them at the same time is a fucking rough one.
Yeah.
Because you're spiraling from sales and getting frustrated there, and then you've got to go and put a face on in marketing and be like, everything's sick. Look at all my clients. And you're like, I haven't fucking signed anyone up in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It ends up like you end up with our spiral where if your ads are running, like your ads are your ads. Like you're just getting fresh people in all the time.
Yeah, and I think as well, like with that being said, everything's systemized, isn't it? So you never not going without a week.
And that's bad when you're spiraling as well, and then you don't have calls you have to dig yourself out of it. You can't get out of it without being in it. Almost.
And with organic marketing as well, like that could get spat out to anyone. If you want to work with men and women are coming in, then you got the wrong audience looking at you.
Because that's the big thing for you. Because once you nailed your ads, we're still working on the sales stuff, and that's probably why you're not doing 15.
Still working on the ads as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be a thing. You're always going to have to keep doing fresh creative and stuff like that. And we've just spoke before about like doing some maybe different angles and looking at some different ways to kind of put the creative out there. But at least you never end up fucked.
Yeah.
Like your lows are very different. Like you're not going to do 940 quid ever. Like it's just statistically, it just won't happen unless you just go missing. But even then, it's very, very unlikely. And I think that was the point for you because you went from 4 to 10 pretty quick.
It was.
You went from, well, you didn't.
Yeah,
you went from, you were stuck at like 3, 4, 5-ish. Like
it was 4.3 in April. May, it was 12.2.
What was the difference there?
So it was readjusting the offer.
From what to what?
From 347 for 6 weeks to 750 for 12 weeks. That was where the difference was.
Took your training wheels off.
Literally. Just like 3x'd, near enough what I was earning. And obviously I think because I just had a good month in general anyway, you know, I was signing on average between 13 to 14 clients a month from February anyway. And I think I'd done that in May and had a bit of back end as well.
Yeah.
I made 10.5K in new sales, and then back end was an extra like $2,000.
Yeah.
So.
And the biggest thing was just you learning to close that like higher ticket mainly.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty much the same price, but a lengthier program. I'd rather work with people long. Yeah, you get it up front. You Klarna as well, which I mean, it can cause a bit of issues sometimes, Klarna, with people's credit score, but I mean, it's fucking great. But I'd rather work with someone for 12 weeks over 6 weeks.
Oh, 100%.
People who come in for 6 weeks, they're just like, I just want to lose just want to feel a little bit
The only
better.
reason why we ever do the 6 weeks is when people are first starting out, because what we don't want to be doing is getting like 99 quid a month clients.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're just shit in general.
Yeah.
At least if you're doing like 197 or 297 for 6 weeks, at least it's like, it's a decent amount of money. Like the client is invested to a point.
Yeah.
But I would love every client to come in and just charge 750 to $1,000 for a 90-day package. But at the time, you know, we were working with people sometimes that had like never sold anything online before.
Yeah.
And like they get in their own head about, and personal trainers are the worst bit. Personal trainers won't spend $1,000 on personal training. So like when you tell them to charge $1,000, they're like, well, I wouldn't spend it. And I'm like, well, no, you wouldn't spend it because A, you're cheap, and B, you're a fucking personal trainer.
It's an
like,
identity issue, isn't it?
What?
Identity issue.
Well, it's not even that, but like, you know, if you're really good at fucking doing something, like you wouldn't pay thousands to get someone else to do it for you.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
That's what you're good at.
Yeah.
So what they don't understand is they've paid us 5, 6, 7 times more than that for business coaching. I'm like, yeah, but it's business coaching. Like I'm, you know, it helps me make money. And I'm like, yeah, but the people that you're working with, they know how to make money. Their problem is they don't know how to be in shape. So it's just an exchange of value. But it takes a while to bed that in because pricing and sales is a mindset thing. So that's the only reason why we do the 6 weeks is just sometimes $1,000 can be overwhelming for people.
Yeah.
And I don't like arguing with people like over what they should charge. Because you can argue with them till they're blue in the face and tell them what to do. But like if they don't genuinely believe it on the call, they're not going to sell it. They'll panic and they'll drop it anyway. So it just becomes an argument that you can't win. So we always start with something lower until they get like a little bit of belief in themselves, and then we move into a higher ticket. But higher ticket is where it takes off.
Yeah.
Wish everyone could come in and do high ticket straight away, but like just not everyone's got the ability or the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
But that's the big thing, because if you're getting, like you're spending 100 quid to get a customer, the difference between spending 100 quid to get a customer, but getting 297 versus getting £1,000.
Yeah.
You pick $1,000 all day, aren't you?
Yeah,
really?
of course you are. Yeah, absolutely.
Just getting your sales skill to that point.
Yeah, confidence as well, momentum within the business. If you've got a new business, and like you say, you've never charged anyone before. I think when I started the business, I was taking £50 a month.
Well, so was I, and I've been a personal trainer for years. I'd have took anything at one point.
Yeah,
I'd have been like, bro, just give me 20 quid. I'll write you a plan. Like, fuck
Just
it.
give me something to do.
Yeah, it's gonna put petrol in my car as well.
Yeah.
You get to that point. But so moving from like the 4K range to the 10K range, like what are the big things in your business or the big shifts in yourself that you've had to do to get there?
So I've had to obviously work on the sales process, the marketing process as well. So talking more about my personal journey and the kind of things that I've overcome that obviously relate to the people that I speak to, which is pretty much the same problem across the board. So fixing that marketing issue, getting the right ad in front of people, and just getting that traffic into the page, getting a setter on board has been massive. That has took so much stress away. Because I think the most stressful thing, I was saying this to one of the girls on the webinar with Ollie the other night.
Yeah.
When you're doing a setting and the sales call, you're more emotionally invested. And I think you should be to an extent to coach somebody, but there's got to be a line.
So much work in it.
Yeah, there's got to be a line where you've got to draw. Like, you need to save that energy for the people that are actually on the program. I
think if you're making more than $5,000 a month, you shouldn't be doing your own DMs. I think if you're making more than $3,000 a month, you shouldn't be doing your own
definitely
DMs.
Not. I think if you've got someone doing your DMs, you're not going to make $3,000 a month. Are you? If you've got an ad and a setter, and you're pumping good money into it, you're probably going to make more than $3,000 anyway.
It's hard work to fuck it up in it.
Yeah.
I think the thing what people do realize. So when we first started and we were doing like just coaching and not helping people have setters and stuff like that, and we're trying to get people to do it, the biggest bugbear was just like people just wouldn't do it. And they just like, it just got to a point where I'm like, yo, people just fucking aren't going to do it.
I was doing it where I was doing very inconsistent numbers throughout, like over 7.
Yeah, but that's the problem, because
you do
like,
100 one day, 20 one day, 50, 80. You know what I mean? Like, and you're having the same conversations.
Yeah.
Talking about.
See, I wasn't like that. Like, but I was just built a little bit differently when I started my business. Like, I would sit there and I would just fucking hammer it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like sitting in an airport, fucking booking calls through DMs and stuff like that. Like, if I didn't have a spare moment, like, I was on it straight away. But obviously that's one of the reasons why I am where I am. And I think strangely, when I first started business coaching, I expected everyone to be like me. And then I'm like, well, hang on a minute.
It's the same with fat loss though, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. But I think because I'd been overweight as a kid, and I'd also been around, like, I've been a personal trainer way longer than I've had a business. Been a personal trainer since, I got qualified at 18. I did exercise science at university. I've been working at a leisure centre since I was 17. So like, I've been around people that have struggled with that for that many, like, I'm 34 now.
Yeah.
So I think my level of understanding of like people's emotions and like what they struggle with and what they don't struggle with is a lot deeper with like fitness and nutrition and training. And then coming from my background, like, I get it because I've struggled with it. I've never struggled with having to run a business. Like, I had my injury, I started my business. Mine was very much like, you know, like when people like get overweight and like they don't really try to get back in shape, they just snap and then they do it.
Yeah.
That very rarely happens, I think, in weight loss. Like, people always try and fail. I never tried to start a business. I was happy, like...
You had the demand already.
It wasn't even that. Like, I never tried... Like, when you're a PT, like an in-person PT, you kind of just think it's like fucking free money, to be honest with you. When you're getting like $3,500 in cash. I remember I used to go and meet like Keelan and Sean after I'd finished, and the client would pay me like a 20-pack of sessions in cash. And I'd be like, lads, we're rich tonight. Let's get a bottle of wine in. And to be fair, like, we used to get discounted drinks because Sean and Keelan were always working there anyway. But because I was young, and like, if you get $3,500 a month in cash, like, it's hard to like worry. But then when my dad got sick and I had to like really think about like, all right, this isn't going to fucking cut it. I need to look after a whole fucking family here. When actually just the day I started taking my business seriously, I took it fucking like seriously, like from day one. So I didn't have this period where I was like, I just can't understand inconsistency with it.
Yeah.
But then I do see it from other people where they struggle to do it. Like, they struggle to put the time in. They struggle. Like, I was never like that, so it's never really like bothered me. I didn't have a setter until I was making like $20,000 a month.
Yeah,
I used to do it all myself. But when you see things enough, like when a pattern emerges and it's staring in your face that much, you're kind of like, okay, well, maybe I'm in a bit of an anomaly here, and I need to do something about it.
I think that's interesting that I've come from a physical background, so I've always known money to come to me after doing something very physical. So when I come into this realm, it's like, okay, I'm at the PC. What do I do? You know, okay, send some DMs. If I don't send some DMs, then I'm not going to make any money. Sometimes you can fall into the trap, people thinking people will just automatically come to you through content. And that's what kind of happened with my roofing business. I'd get a lot of calls just out of the blue, people looking me up on Google. I was quite high. I would put like a
I'm
£5.
surprised how many like brick and mortar, like home services and stuff like that, they don't even do any marketing.
Literally. Word of mouth recommendations. If you've been around long enough, I was in it for, I'd probably say like 8 years.
Or like like the very, very most basic Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Literally like.
Not even that, like Google. I think I was paying like £3 a day or £3 a week or something so small, and it just bump your kind of page up.
Oh, so somebody typed in like roofing Failsworth, like you just rank.
Because literally there straight away. So I was kind of looked after in that respect. So I have had to kind of adjust to texting people.
Yeah,
you know, it's a massive jump, but it was if you
people underestimate, I think, the sales and marketing aspect of it.
There's that as well, and I think a lot of other mentors say that you don't need to DM, you don't need to send. I mean,
it's not wrong. Like, you don't need to, but you'll find it a lot harder, and you'll grow a lot slower. And you've got to be really fucking good at content. Look, like, people argue to the blue in the face on these things. Like, I'm not here to be right. I don't care about being right. I'm here to make money for myself and make money for my clients. Like, that's my job. If someone else is right and it makes money, I'm fine. But in my experience, there is no better way to grow a business than to go out and DM. All the 7-figure businesses that I've helped, I've not been in any 8-figure businesses, but I've got friends who've got them. All of those businesses, like 10 million and above, they all do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not really about to take the advice of someone who barely used to scrape 20 grand a month when there's so much body of evidence that I have, my clients have, and people that have got businesses 10 times larger have. It just seems dumb to me. So you can say whatever you want, but like...
It puts you in control as well. Yeah. It puts you in control of how much you earn, how much you want to earn, I suppose.
I don't know why there's... Look, I get why some people say it as part of the marketing. Like, you don't... But what they do is they usually like... They'll manipulate it in a way. So they're like, you don't need to cold DM. I'm like, but most people don't understand what a cold DM is anyway.
It's like saying to a fat person, you don't need to...
Do you know what a cold DM is?
Cold DM is where... the way I would...
This isn't a test. I'm genuinely curious.
The way I would
if I said to you, you don't have to cold DM, what would you think?
So I don't have to message anybody that's not a follower.
Correct. All right. So you're right, but most people don't get that. So I would never ask someone to cold DM, as in like, go and just message random people on the internet to try and get them to sign up, because it's pointless.
Yeah.
And to be fair, if you could do it, it does work, but you just can't do it because the platform doesn't let you. Like, everything goes into a junk box and stuff like that. If you are starting a B2B business, say you wanted to do like email marketing for businesses, the first thing I'd be doing is like, just start emailing people and ask them if they do email marketing, because the numbers do work out. And if you've not got great content, you've not got a big audience, you've got to do fucking something.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do, sit on your ass, do nothing. I'd rather not, personally, but that's what they still say, like, you don't need to cold DM, and people then interpret that as, I don't need to DM. And you're like, well, you do.
That's the main kind of bulk of the work.
Yeah, absolutely.
For being an online coach, I think.
And that's what people don't like.
The coaching part is the easiest. It's the easiest.
Well, that's the bit that everybody wants to do. It's the bit that they're trained to do. It's the bit that they've got the experience in. But unfortunately, in today's world, if you don't know the other side of the business, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Or you can dabble. You can get like 10 clients because they know you and you post on your social media. But like, if you want to grow an actual business that's stable, that you can control, I don't think you're going to get away from it.
No.
So then you might as well get someone else to do it, because I agree, it's not the nicest job.
They'll do a better job than you as well.
Well, they will, because they'll do more hours.
Yeah.
But like, it's not hilarious. Nobody loves it. But like,
it's that boring work.
You've done manual work, right? How mad is it that you can just jump on a phone and send some messages and make $1,000?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, imagine like how fucking hard it is to break your back either on a roof or digging fucking trenches or carrying concrete and stuff like that. Even if you're on a digger, it's still fucking pissing down rain.
Yeah.
Like, And then people
Just
come
leaving
away.
your house?
People come away with like £100 a day. I used to get, because obviously it was my dad, I get 50 quid a day.
Yeah.
So I'd get like 250 quid at the end of the week in cash. And I'm assuming people get more, but like they don't get £1,000. I don't know many labourers that get 20 grand a month, like they get £1,000 a day.
Yeah.
You can sit in the comfort of your own home in your pajamas, watching fucking TV, messaging people online, get on a call with them at the end of the day and close them for £1,000 and then do diet and training for them.
Yeah.
And you get £1,000. That's where I have no patience for people, because I'm like, do you realise you live with your mum and dad and have probably been fucking mollycoddled your whole fucking life? You silver spoon, like little kid. No, because it is. Anyone complains to me about having to message people online, I'm like, what fucking glove have you been brought up in? Have you been wrapped in fucking silk your whole life?
This is the problem with the world though now, isn't it? Everyone's coming soft. Like,
But that's the epitome.
Because of the
I
online.
have to message some people. I'll be like, get outside of a fucking shovel in the pissing down rain in the middle of October and dig a hole,
Yeah.
and then get 50 quid at the end of the day for it.
Yeah. I used to be on the roofs in the snow, man.
That's what I mean. It's like it.
Remember the beast from the east? That blizzard that come over from Russia? I was
What? I
working.
thought you meant a person.
I was working in that blizzard. It was coming sideways. I had icicles in my beard. I was on the scaffolding, working away to try and make ends meet, to earn £250 so I can put it towards my rent and pay my rent. You know what I mean?
But that's when I just look at some people and I'm like, me and you, and like we don't compute on any level.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got demotivated this week. I'm like, sound, you clearly have no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Because you can wake up in the morning and go, I mean, you probably thought it every morning. I used to get up and fucking be
Hated
like,
it.
I cannot be arsed
Yeah.
this morning. Like 4 o'clock, getting up in like the van's outside and you're still getting out of bed like shit. And obviously like it was my dad that I was working for. So like everybody, you know, like because I'm my dad's son.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, oh, fucking Pete's lad's a soft ass. So I'm like, shit. It can't be the one. And then you think that like you used to have to get up every morning and drag yourself to fucking get it done.
Rain, snow.
And now there's people on the internet like, I don't want to message people.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, my heart fucking bleeds for you. Your life must be so hard.
Your thumbs must be aching.
I know. Poor bastard. That's what, honestly, like, that's why I just have no patience for it. And people say it, I'm like, cool, just stay poor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
I think
bothered.
if you go.
And I hate that. I don't like being that like, oh, well, that's a poor
Yeah, but you
mentality.
can't change people though.
But it's not even about being poor. Because I know lads that fucking graft that don't make that much money.
Yeah.
But I have so much more respect for someone that gets up, that goes to fucking... I have a million times more respect for somebody that get up and goes to work and just fucking does what they need to do, whether it's 1,500 quid a month. My mum's never made more than £2,000 in her whole fucking life a month.
Wow.
She works as a teaching assistant. But she's worked every fucking day up until 65. She had a stroke at Christmas. She was back in like as soon as the hospital would let her. She broke her ankle in 2 places a month ago. She's still fucking finished. The school were like, Maggie, just go off on the sick, darling. Like, you had a stroke at Christmas. You broke your ankle. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
My dad had to drive her and she was going to get in a car and drive to finish her fucking work. Because
Old school.
she's like, I'm going out the way I want to go out.
Yeah,
I'm not retiring because I've had a fucking stroke or I've broke my ankle. I'm retiring because I finished the school year and I said I was finishing the school year. I have so much more respect for that than somebody that earns 10 grand a month but is a lazy cunt and does nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
I just can't. And that comes back to the DMing and like, oh, I don't want to message people. I'm like, sound, my mum probably didn't want to get up and go into fucking school with a broken ankle and have a load of 4-year-old. Like, primary school as well.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the beating that leg would have took?
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
don't give a fuck. I got tattooed once when I was teaching like high school and he kept like walking past me and I'm like, fuck, because it was swollen like, fuck.
Yeah.
Can't imagine it.
Yeah.
It does not compute in my brain.
People
at
are
all.
soft, man. People are soft. Like, it is a shit job.
And then you have other mentors that are like, oh, it's okay. That guy makes you work hard. We don't make it work. Fuck off.
Yeah. But then you're going to attract low quality clients then, aren't you? You're
Yeah.
gonna attract people
and,
who don't
and
want
look,
to do
like,
the work.
those programs are just fucking cesspits of people that whinge all the time. So like, I'm not like bothered in the slightest.
It's not
by
that
it.
serious for them, is it?
But it just puts the wrong message out to the market. Like, you can be a soft ass and build a business and you just can't.
I think that people will...
Not for me anyway. I
Yeah.
don't love it. This like, oh, you can work 2 hours and do fuck all and but nah. If I can work 2 hours and make 10 grand, I'm working 8 and I'm making
It puts you in a
40.
position of authority though as well. If you come across like that and say, yeah, you do got to send DMs. It's not like you.
I just don't like lying to people.
Exactly.
Because they always end up doing it anyway. They always end up being like, oh, you should probably talk to more of your audience. I'm like, was that just another fancy way of fucking sending CD? And I know it's all marketing and you have to dress it up and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like dieting. I'm not going to sit there and be like, you can eat fucking McDonald's all fucking day and do no exercise and still lose
same
weight.
thing.
Because what happens, you get clients that are fucking shit. Because then when you go, oh, you probably need to fucking stop eating 3 Big Macs every sitting and go to the gym. They're like, oh, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
Like, that's where coaches fuck themselves up. They're like, I'm going to teach you how to get wankered every weekend and still lose weight. And you're just like, sound, yeah, if you're drinking shots of tequila and taking cocaine so you don't eat for 2 days
You're just basically living your normal
lifestyle. If you're drinking
lifestyle.
10 pints on a Friday, you're fucked. Like, you're going to be fat. I've never met anyone that can drink like that and not put on weight. It's fucking bonkers. But then you get people that then are work shy. Then your coaching program's a fucking mess. I've seen coaches do it. I've seen them do it like, oh, you only need to train like 2 hours a day. And 2 hours a week. And then you only need to like, you can eat whatever you want, and you decide you're going to attract the worst people.
It's like they've got some secret fucking sauce that nobody knows about.
And look, like there's a way of like selling your own methods and selling like the way you should do things. And yeah, you can optimize things and make things, but that's our way of doing it. Yeah. Our way of doing it is if you don't like fucking selling DMs, cool, suck it up until you make enough money to pay someone else to do it. That's the job. Because otherwise, what are you going to do?
Getting someone else to do it is the way forward for sure.
Yours is a murderer as well, to be fair.
He's a killer. He's a killer, mate. Like, he's just on it. Like, I don't even need to speak to him. Like,
probably should.
I know, I do, but we
say good morning.
We have a bit of banter. We have a bit of banter. Right. We are like that, but like, I don't need to check in on him. Like, I don't need to say, oh, how's it going?
Yeah, it's a micromanager.
Yeah, I don't need to do any of that. Like, if I want to see how he's doing, I'll go on the DMs. I'll say sent 1 minute ago. That's all I need.
Yeah,
he's on it.
Mine looks like carnage. I can't even see what's going on in mine. It just looks like a car crash. Like,
you have a few in yours, though, don't you?
2. No, 1 now.
Oh, 1.
Yeah, but that's because our ads are like super direct because we do like the more high level stuff. We don't need to have lots of conversations with people because it's literally like, yo, this is what we do for you. Do you want it? Yes or no?
You got the free group as well.
We don't even do that.
Oh, you don't?
I do nothing in that free group. It's there. Like, people can join it and stuff, but we don't talk to anyone in it. Yeah. I don't anyway. Like, it's literally like, this is what we do. If you're this kind of person, this is what you need. Because people are a little bit higher, like, they understand business a little bit more. Like, you don't need to like drag them around the house. If it's like, look, this is what it is. Like, if you think that'll help your business, click the link. Yeah. And they book a call. 80% of the people that click the link book a call.
I think the sales is done in like, the sales process is done in the actual marketing itself, isn't it? Like, if someone, the best clients are the ones that you don't need to break objections with.
Yeah, but with fitness and fat loss, you're always going to get that, I think, a little bit, because that's one of the things that, like, a misconception I think that coaches have, where it's like, oh, I only want to work with people that like are money down, ready to go. And I'm like,
of course, everyone does.
Yeah, I imagine, but it's the clients that are like, oh, I'm not quite sure about this. This is a big step for me, because it's a commitment. It's not only a financial commitment, like they're committing to changing. They're committing to being a different person. They're committing to change their identity. And if it's 3 to 5 years of poor health habits and stuff like that, them signing up for the program is a big commitment. Yeah. So you get this almost like identity challenge when they're about to pay, where they're like, oh my God, if I pay this amount. And that's when you know your price is right. Because if you're not getting objections, it's probably because it's throwaway cash. And they'll be like, oh, just if it's shit, I'll ignore him. Yeah. Whereas if it's enough money, they're like, oh my God, I've got to seriously consider whether I'm going to put the effort in here. This is actually going to require me to really make a change. So then you're always going to get some objections. If you're getting like tons and tons and tons, you're probably talking to the wrong people. But like, you do have to break objections, or else but those like golden stories of the people that like nearly didn't do it, but then they did, and then they got in amazing shape and you changed their life. Like, those don't happen if you don't tackle objections. Yeah.
You've got to break down like their own belief. Yeah.
So working on the sales, getting your setter in.
Offer as well.
Talk to me about your offer.
So the offer is now $750 for 12.
Oh, sorry, like going towards a high ticket model as opposed to Like, I mean, even $750 is not particularly high ticket when you think about it.
It's 12 weeks, 3 months. It's like $250 a month. It's like industry standard, isn't it?
People,
really?
Yeah, it is now. I think when I started, like $150 was more like the kind of standard price that people would charge, and then I ended up like 175, 197, and then 249, and then I finished at 300 when like I stopped coaching clients. Yeah. I've never sold like £5,000 packages and stuff like that. It just wasn't me. I did sell when I was a PT in person, I sold quite high. I think it were like £1,500 for 3 months of PT, cash in hand, like day one.
Nice.
So I'm not averse to it. And it's not like I've not done it, but online at the time, there was just, especially in England, because like 99% of my clients were UK, there is just now that's moved up. I think like probably the bottom end, like people expect to pay around £200 a month minimum.
Yeah.
And then like 250, 300 is like, oh, well, yeah, it's a bit more expensive than I thought, but like, I get it because you're experienced. I like, your content, blah, blah, blah. I think more people are able to get like 4s and 5s now, whereas like when I was coaching, probably
400,
not.
500 a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because again, it's like you pay a personal trainer at David Lloyd that. But personal trainers at David Lloyd is like straight out of the box PTs. And I mean, not all of them, but like the workforce is, they're definitely not the best transformation coaches in the world.
Yeah.
So like people pay that and want to lose weight, but in reality, you pay an online coach that, and you get way more for your money.
Yeah.
Because the David Lloyd PT isn't really like, they're only paid for the session. Bearing in mind, you pay David Lloyd, and David Lloyd pay the PT.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to answer you at 9 o'clock at night.
No.
They're probably not going to do your nutrition plan.
But we
They're
don't
probably
speak
not
to you
going
at all outside.
Well, not really, because they're not paid for it,
Yeah.
and they're not paid that much. They're only paid a percentage of what. So like the client will pay David Lloyd, for example, £50, and then David Lloyd will pay the coach £15. So they're getting £15 an hour. You're not going to be, you'll be ringing people at 9 o'clock at night, or like changing people's nutrition twice a week, or reading menus. So I used to get menus sent to me like, bro, what would you order off this?
Yeah, I get that.
I'm like, what would I order, or what should you order? Because those are two separate questions. But that, so like people pay that. So when you think about it comparatively, the only difference is like, how can you perceive this? How can you then stack yourself up against that? So if somebody comes to me and they're like, oh, I've had a PT at David Lloyd for 6 months, I've not got anywhere. But how much have you spent on that? And they'll be like, oh, it's about £400 a month.
He's just doing a job though, isn't he?
They are, but then when that happens, then your move is, oh, well, and you're not getting the result. No, okay, well, this is how we're going to get you the result, and this is why you're not getting the result there, because you're not getting nutrition, you're not getting this, you're not getting that. If you had those 3 things like nailed and like done perfectly for you, do you think you'd have a better result? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Well, for argument's sake, my price is exactly the same. Sound? Why would they not do it? They're paying £400 here, but getting no result and not getting what they need. Why would they not pay an online coach £400? It's just about
some people
perception
fall
of value.
into the belief of like thinking it only works if they've got someone over the shoulder telling them what to do.
Yeah, they do, but
they need that
that's not the
physical.
argument. So like the argument then you need to make in the marketing is why your in-person personal trainer isn't going to get the job done.
Yeah.
And it's because they're counting for you. Like, do you really think that having someone, and look, there's great personal trainers in person that do nutrition and stuff like that, but I'm talking about your bog standard, like paid hourly personal trainer, employed. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And the in-person personal trainers that do that, in my opinion, should charge way more money, way more money. So online should still be cheaper. Because if I was going back and I was doing PT now, there'd be no way that I wouldn't work for less than probably £600-700 a month because of the level of work and effort that I know that it takes to get someone a really good
Is
result.
that per client?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like without a shadow of a doubt. If they were doing like 2-3 sessions a week with me, it'd be like £750 minimum. Because I know what they can get, and I know people can afford it. You think about the shit that people spend money on. Like women, plastic surgery, nails, hair, eyelashes, fucking aesthetic stuff.
That's not even close.
People like Ozempic is £250 a month, or around that, from what I know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the price of Ozempic is on the grey market at the minute. I don't keep on top of it. But
I know someone who's, I spoke to someone the other day, he's paying £200 a month, and he told me he couldn't afford $750.
So he can.
So he can afford it.
But he just thought that he had a better chance with the jab than he did with coaching.
Yeah.
And that's the argument then that you've got. And
Yeah.
that's where the marketplace will have an argument as they go forward.
I think that's one out of...
Look, your audience probably isn't the
But they
worst
do
for
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah, but
a lot of them say they don't want to go down that route.
you middle-aged, because they see it as cheating.
Yeah.
But if you've got like a middle-aged female audience, for example, that's a fight that you're dealing with on a daily basis at the minute, and you're going to have to, because you need to convince them, unless they've got £500 to spend a month on this kind of thing, which again, older market, more established, probably do. But if you're working with, mums in their early 30s that are maybe not from affluent backgrounds, chances of you getting them to pay for online coaching and Manjaro on top of each other, 500 quid a month, 250 for this, 250 for this, unlikely. Or if you do, it's a stretch, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to think about the market that you're after. You as an online coach now for that market either need to, if you don't want to go with it and go for more premium customers that maybe do have the £500 a month to spend, and you say, I'm going to teach you how to use this properly and keep the weight off forever and not end up looking like a fucking skeleton, and, you know, build a physique that's actually useful, as opposed blah, 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 all the things that you could argue. You've either got to go down that route, or you've got to go down the route of like, look, you fucking shouldn't be using it. You need to do this instead. Yeah. Because if the market cannot pay for both, there's only so much of the wallet that they're going to allocate to weight loss.
Yeah.
People aren't going to spend 90% of the pay packet on weight loss. So if your market is the 30 grand a year, you know, younger mum, it's a fight that you've got. You've got to meet it head on, because if you ignore it, I mean, the results of it are fucking good. Probably the hit rate.
That's the fat loss secret that everyone's been looking for.
The hit rate of Ozempic and Manjaro and stuff like that is probably better than your average online coach. You take 100 clients versus 100 people that use Manjaro. I guarantee the 100 people that use Manjaro probably lose more weight than the 100 people that the coach works with.
Yeah.
So it's a fight on your hands for sure.
Absolutely, it is.
You need to kind of go down the you're a soft lad route if you take it.
Yeah, definitely.
Attack the identity of the person.
I think they already know that anyway. I think
it's like taking steroids, and it's the same thing. Like
I'm dealing with a lot of Slimming World people as well. Slimming World Weight Watchers.
Men.
Yeah, men.
Oh, well.
And I was always under the impression that Slimming World was for old ladies.
Same.
But men are going down that road.
Oh.
Yeah. Crazy.
Updates in your marketing. So yeah, set a offer, getting your marketing right.
Sales process, so working with Ollie on that, breaking objections down. And
that's massive for you, because I don't speak to you some weeks, but I know Ollie gets it in the neck.
Oh God. Yeah. I've over the past few weeks, something's switched. So I think that switch has happened now. And I'm just focusing less on the outcome and just using the numbers as like, if I stay level-headed, this is what's going to happen as a baseline. So if I stay level-headed, what can I achieve?
Yeah.
You know, probably more. So it's about working on this, the mindset, like, and just staying level-headed. Since I got back off Lanzarote, mate, barrage of bullshit. Yeah. Like, I've had such a great time in Lanzarote. I come back, it's just one thing after another, whether it's the business, whether it's like life at home, or just other stupid little things that happen in life, which would usually send me over the edge. Usually just like, you know, stressed out, and then my closing rate is a knock-on effect. Whereas like now I like this month already, I've had like 16 no-shows. What, we're on day 7th of August.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's like something like 16 no-shows. 6 people have turned up. I've closed 1. I've got a closing rate of 17%.
That's vile.
Usually I'd be like, I'm just like,
get yourself back though.
Be fine.
I mean, the benefit to look at is you fucking book 17 calls in 7 days. So like the swings and roundabouts.
Oh yeah. So we went into the month with 23 calls booked on the 1st of August, and I'm like, it's going to be an all right month. It's turned out, started pretty dismal.
I always know when I see like outlandish numbers like that though, that it's probably not going to like be anything crazy. You know, like if I spend 100 quid on an ad and I book like fucking 5 calls, I'm like, well, there's no way for my offer, I'm like, there's no way I'll book that many calls for that money. So 4 of those are going to be.
Do you think this is a thing that just happens with ads?
Sometimes, yeah.
So do you think it's like, it's not a case of changing anything, it's just a case of, okay, it's a bad week.
Sometimes you've got to ride it. Yeah. If you look at time periods that are too small, you make adjustments that like don't need to be made.
Yeah.
So like I'll probably see it in a bigger fluctuation than you will, because you're spending what, 50 quid a day, between 50 and 100 quid a day.
Yeah.
I'm spending between 500 and £1,000 a day, sometimes more.
Yeah.
So like I'm seeing bigger dips. Like sometimes my lead cost will be like £207 for the day. On other days it's like 36 quid.
Do you find that the more you spend, the more it costs you to get a lead or get a sale?
It can do.
Yeah.
It can do. So as you scale into an audience, it will get less and less profitable. Because if you think about the way the algorithm works, Facebook wants you to spend more money. So they want you to be profitable. It tries to get your clients. It's not like trying to take money off you, because it knows if you don't get any money back off it, you're not going to keep spending. So it does try. So what it'll do is when you spend, it'll go and try and find the people that are most likely to give you the result that you want. And then as you spend more, it's going to find it harder and harder to find those hot people. So you'll get into colder and colder audiences, or audiences that are less and less likely to convert. And that's where you get ceilings. So like, I know a lot of people that like, when they get to spending a certain amount a day, like they just struggle for profitability because they're already hitting all the people in the audience that will respond to that in a positive way.
Yeah.
So like, I know businesses that then will have another face of the business. So like fitness businesses that have had like one influencer that's like the face of the business, and they will crank that and crank that and crank that. And look, they get to some stupid numbers, like a couple of mil a month. So they're all right. They're not struggling. But then it'll just start to not work anymore because that person's face has just saturated the market to where everyone else that they try and increase spending, it just doesn't really do anything. Like, yeah, they make more sales, but they've had to spend so much to get the customer that just not worth it. So then they'll have like another angle where they'll maybe like, say this is like a younger person, they'll get maybe a slightly older model with kids and stuff like that. So then the market's different, like receives it differently, and then they'll be able to crank on that.
So,
like,
so two different people.
yeah. So the answer is yes, but probably not at your level of spend.
Right.
But you will notice as soon as you launch a campaign, like your results will be better, and then they'll kind of increase over time. That's due to creative fatigue as well, like with the ad. Like sometimes if enough people have just seen the same ad enough, that happens locally with your business. So like in your individual business, your ad creative will tire, but also it happens globally that if everyone's making the same kind of ad creative, that will also tire. So you just got to be careful with like, if everyone's making this, remember we will guarantee you 30 clients or you don't pay, like those ads worked brilliantly. And they still work to an extent, but they work less effectively because more people are doing it. They will, and it doesn't take much, does it?
It's like copy and pasting, isn't it? Like,
yeah, because that's what people do. People see something that works and they'll go, right, well, I'm going to take that.
It's like that if you're a bloke over 30. So many coaches are using that now. Like I see that a lot.
That's fine, but then it's the rest of the ad. Like you need to change it dead quick.
Yeah.
You need to get it onto something else. And that's why maybe then having a slightly more developed niche, a different angle that you go in, then sometimes works better. That's why niching down always works better, because like if people are all talking broad and you go bam and go super, super like niche and direct on it, those ads will work better.
It's a little bit like
people are hearing it less.
The men over 30 to a tradesman. I could go from tradesman to roofers.
No, but then obviously there's diminishing returns the more that you niche.
Yeah, you too niche. Yeah,
because then there's not a big enough audience. So like, I probably wouldn't go as far as roofers to start with. You could do. So when people then scale spend to a certain point, let's say you go tradesman, people will then go, right, well, I'm using tradesman and it's not working anymore. It's not giving me the results that I want. Okay, I'm going to actually break it off into different segments. I'm going to do one ad that says roofers. I'm going to do one ad that says sparkies. I'm going to do one ad that says plumbers. I don't know all the names for all of them, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you work on the roads, like blah,
there's different
blah, blah.
angles, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can work off into different creative angles, and that doesn't necessarily mean you change your niche. It just means you're testing ads that are a bit more of like a pocketed audience.
Yeah, that's interesting. That.
Yeah, there you go. This podcast just turned into a slight like ads training session too. But yeah, that was really helpful. It was good to kind of go through the whole journey from top to finish and actually kind of hear some of the things that you've struggled with and thought about on the same journey. And if you want to message James to find out how good we are, so he can give us a glowing review and you can sign up. Although to be fair, if you do that, you're probably not that invested in it anyway. I usually find that people do that.
Did Carl sign up?
Yes, actually.
He
funny
did.
enough, he did. But yeah, you can find him at James the Fat Loss Coach, but it might change.
James the Fat Loss Coach. It's staying at that now. I like that name.
You're having it.
Used to be a productive mindset. Before that, I won't even tell you what it was called. But that wasn't a business thing anyway.
Cool. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Pleasure. Thanks for inviting me on.